Good morning, my dear people, and welcome to this second Sunday in Advent time. It is with great joy that we welcome this Sunday, and we are going to do our reflection based on the readings of this Sunday, second in Advent time. The Sunday theme can be placed around the prophetic mission. It is a call to conversion in the sense of eliminating all the obstacles that prevent to the Lord's arrival in our world and in our hearts. The mission is a demand that is made to all the baptized that we all are. They are called at this juncture in particular to bear witness to the salvation that Jesus Christ came to bring to the humanity. Therefore, for the today's reflection, I will start by analyzing the gospel, followed by the first reading, and we conclude with the first reading. The gospel introduces us to the prophet John the Baptist, who invites men to make a total transformation in the way they think and act, in the values and the priorities of life. That is what the prophet uh, John the Baptist is calling us to do. In order for Jesus to be able to walk towards every man and present him with a proposal of salvation, all hearts must be freed and avail to welcome the good news and available, to welcome the good news of the kingdom. It is this prophetic mission that God continues to entrust to you today. So John is the prophet whose proclamation prepares men's hearts to welcome the way, to welcome the Messiah, the way that the Messiah and God calls all of you, made prophets by your baptism, to bear witness that the Lord is coming and to prepare the ways by which Jesus Christ will reach the hearts of the world. Therefore, the need to prepare the way of the Lord is to invite an urgent conversion which destroys the attitude of injustice and oppressions, which defeat the chains that keep men prisoners of sin. Name it. Preparing the way of the Lord is a reorientation of one life for God, so that God and His values come first in your heart and be prioritized in life. This conversion process is a veritable exodus that will transport you from the land and oppression to the new land of freedom, grace, and peace. Only those who accept to walk this path will experience the salvation of God. Having that in mind, the evangelist Luke concern is to concretely situate the event of this salvation in space and time. He draws attention of you, all who announces the coming of the Lord, of the sense in the salvation is situated the concrete in time. He draws attention of you, all who announces the coming of the Lord, in the sense of incarnating your proclamation in the culture and political context in which you are inserted to meet the concrete man. And how do you meet it? You meet him with his language, his concrete problems, his anxieties, his dreams, the dramas that he goes through, and the hopes. The language we are talking about is the language with which you announces salvation that cannot be a disembodied language, but must be a living and questioning one. Then we proceed to the second reading, the first reading, sorry, whereby the reading suggests that this way of conversion is a veritable exodus from the land of slavery to the land of happiness and freedom. Along the way, you are invited to address all the chains that prevents you from accepting the liberating proposal that God makes to you. The reading also invites you to live this time in serene joy, trusting in God who does not give up on presenting you with a proposal for salvation, despite your mistakes and difficulties. So, Advent is a favorable time for the exodus from the land of slavery to the land of freedom, and today to the land of joy. At this time, you are especially confronted with the chains that still binds you, and you are invited to walk that way back, that God's goodness and tenderness will smooth out, so that you can return to the new city of joy and freedom. In personal terms, what are the slavery that still binds you and keeps you from welcoming the coming Lord? Look, as Baruch tells us in his chapter 5, verses 5, your children, they are full of joy because God has remembered them. It is in this atmosphere of joy and serene trust in the saving action of your God that you are invited to live this time of change and prepare for the coming of the Lord in your daily lives. Then the second reading draws your attention to the fact that the community must be concerned with the prophetic proclamation and must concretely show its solidarity with all those who makes the cause of the gospel and their own. It is also suggests that the community must give a true witness of charity, banishing divisions and conflict. We are told that the essence of the Church of Jesus is to be missionary. Go and announce, says Jesus. It is a mission given to all of us, you and I, for Jesus to come, for his proposal of salvation to reach all the people of the earth. This ongoing commitment is to evangelization. It is a commitment of giving oneself to the evangelizing work, which is very, very necessarily to us. Some few questions to nourish our meditation is like goes like this. Do you feel this missionary imperative in your parish? Do you feel the need to make Jesus born for all people? Are you attentive to the needs, and are you in solidarity with those who give their life to the cause of Jesus' proclamations? These are some questions that we can try to meditate upon. Some others might arise from these. Therefore, I must solemnly tell you that it is not possible to welcome the Lord who comes with a pure and blameless heart if charity is a living reality among you. It is from that charity that we can be able to set ourselves and welcome the coming Lord. But often, the life of your Christian communities is marked by division, murmurings, struggle for power, attempts to manipulation, pity, and selfish interest. Name it. These are the problems we are facing in our daily journey. And what is important, and I can tell it, is that you know how to welcome the Lord who comes, and let Him lead you to the fullness of life and love, regardless those human fragilities that we are experiencing. He's coming for us, and He is there for us. That's why the fragilities, the human fragility we have, that's what is coming to free us, to liberate us. May God bless you and bless your journey as we journey in this time of Advent. I wish you a fruitful Sunday ahead, and I wish you all a wonderful week as we start it now. Go and be joyful people wherever you are, in your parishes, in your families, in your workplaces, in schools. This is the mandate for this week. Joy and joy. Be joyful, my dear people. May God bless you all.